Your budgie is hiding something from you right now. No, really, look over at your cage for a second because I need to tell you something incredibly important in this explainer.
And look, it's not out of stubbornness. It's definitely not because they don't trust you. It's actually hardwired into them. They are hiding it because survival in the wild dictates that a sick bird, well, is a targeted bird. Budgies have literally evolved to mask every single sign of illness just to stay alive. It's like this golden rule of the flock. A sick bird is a targeted bird. So what does this mean for you? It means they will keep moving, they'll keep chirping, and they will keep looking completely fine until their tiny little bodies physically just cannot do it anymore. And guys, that is exactly what makes this so incredibly dangerous. By the time most owners notice something is even a little bit off, the window to take action, yeah, it's already closing.
Right, so let's get into the fatal instinct and the ticking clock. Today, we're breaking down the 6 undeniable symptoms of a dying budgie. We need to help you spot these before it's too late. Catching even one of these early could literally be the difference between a quick, easy vet visit and a really devastating goodbye. But hey, here's the catch. You've got to stay with me until the very end because that final symptom is the one almost every owner misses entirely. Okay, let's dive into symptom 1, dropping down. We're going to start with the big one, the symptom most folks never even think to look out for.
For a budgie, height equals safety. A healthy bird is almost always going to stay elevated. A bird down on the ground, they're exposed, they're vulnerable, and they're an easy target for predators. Your budgie knows this deep down in their DNA. So, gripping a perch actually takes a massive amount of energy. When you see them come down to the floor of the cage and just sit there, not exploring, not foraging, it means their body has simply run out of the strength to hold on. If you see this, please do not tell yourself they're just tired. That behavior is one of the absolute clearest distress signals a budgie can possibly give you.
So, what happens to the noise? Well, that brings us to the sudden silence. You already know your bird's normal sounds, right? The morning chirps, those little contact calls when you leave the room, that constant chattering. And then, one day, it just abruptly stops.
In a wild flock, silence means immediate danger. Budgies are incredibly vocal creatures, so a quiet bird is a bird that has gone perfectly, completely still just to survive. They are desperately conserving every single calorie, every single breath, and every ounce of energy for the only thing that matters, staying alive a little bit longer. It's their body shutting down, not their personality. If that silence feels heavier and emptier than usual in your house, you have to trust your gut. Do not rationalize it away.
Moving on to symptom 3, puffed feathers. Now this one is incredibly deceptive, because let's be honest, it often looks really cute at first glance.
We're really looking at healthy thermoregulation versus actually losing heat. Sure, a budgie puffing up briefly because they're a little chilly or just waking up is totally normal. But a budgie who stays puffed up for hours at a time in a perfectly warm room, that bird is fighting a losing battle to hold down to heat. Illness drives up their energy expenditure, their internal temperature drops, and their feathers go up as a desperate last attempt to insulate themselves. If you see a sick bird sitting there puffed up, eyes half shut, body hunched forward, they are telling you in the clearest physical language they have that something inside is completely wrong.
This is exactly why keeping a reliable digital thermometer right near the cage is a brilliantly simple investment. It lets you instantly rule out environmental drafts as the reason they're puffing up.
Okay, symptom 4, the tail bob. Do me a favor and take a quick moment right now to just watch your budgie breathe. Normally, you shouldn't really be able to see it happening. Smooth breathing in a healthy budgie is quiet, it's steady, with almost zero visible movement. Now, compare that to tail bobbing. Imagine watching their tail move up and down with every single breath, visibly rhythmic, to the point where you can see it from clear across the room. No way, that is not normal. That's the body recruiting extra muscles just to push air in and out, because the respiratory system alone is completely failing. Why is that so serious? Well, think about the number 9. Budgies actually have 9 separate air sacs connected directly to their lungs. Because of this totally unique and interconnected anatomy, a respiratory infection does not stay local. It spreads aggressively and it spreads incredibly fast. If you see their tail moving with each breath, you need to get to an avian vet that exact same day. Honestly, not tomorrow, the same day. All right, let's get into symptom 5, the unfiltered window. We absolutely have to talk about the one crucial thing your budgie cannot hide from you. Okay, I know you probably don't spend your free time studying your budgie's droppings, but you really need to start. A healthy dropping establishes your baseline, and it has 3 really clear parts: a dark, solid center, a white urate portion, and a small amount of clear liquid. What you're really looking for are sudden deviations, droppings that are entirely liquid, or ones that are black, bright green, or rust-colored, without any obvious dietary reason. Those are massive warning signs. You're also watching for droppings that suddenly smell, or honestly, the terrifying complete absence of droppings entirely. Look, one weird change on a single day might be nothing, but 2 days in a row, that means you must act immediately.
And here we are at symptom 6, the final clue.
This is the ultimate mystery symptom, and it's the one almost everyone completely misses.
It turns out breast muscles are the absolute first thing to go. If you pick up your budgie gently and run just one finger straight down the center of their chest, you should feel a smooth, nicely padded surface. What you should never feel is a sharp ridge. When severe illness stops their tiny body from absorbing nutrition, those breast muscles just vanish. The body starts breaking down its own muscle for fuel, and that leaves the keel bone jutting out noticeably. It literally feels like the edge of a knife.
Avian vets actually have a specific medical term for this critical concept. They call it being light. Being light refers to that severe weight and muscle loss that results in a prominent shark keel bone. If you're holding your bird and their chest just feels sharper than usual, you absolutely have to trust that feeling.
To put this into perspective, a healthy budgie typically weighs somewhere between 30 and 40 grams. That is tiny. Because they're so incredibly small, trying to spot visual weight loss under all those fluffy feathers is practically impossible. That's why a sensitive digital gram scale is literally the absolute ultimate tool for catching weight loss long before it ever becomes visible to the eye.
Which brings us to becoming their lifeline. Because at the end of the day, you are their defense.
What does your budgie's normal look like right now? Your bird is counting on you to notice these tiny shifts. Remember, they are literally built not to tell you when something is wrong. Their survival instincts absolutely demand that they lie to you about their health. The owners who catch these illnesses early aren't just lucky, you know? They are the ones who are paying close attention.
So protect your flock. I'll leave you with this. Don't wait until tomorrow to find out how they're doing. Go check on them right now. Look at exactly where they're sitting, listen closely for those normal sounds, and just gently feel their chest. You are the only defense standing between them and a crisis.